Hey there! I have been making YouTube videos now and posting them up on the internet for 2 years now. So to celebrate, I guess I wanted to share kind of how YouTube has changed my life and everything that I've kind of gotten out of doing this and sharing my little life on the internet. And if you do kind of want to know why I started a YouTube channel, then definitely go back to my first video where I cover my YouTube journey so far, as well as my analytics and monetization from the first 6 months. I give a whole lot more detail in that video. Now, let's talk about how YouTube's changed my life. Oh, and be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. So the first way YouTube changed my life is that it gave me a creative outlet. Obviously, there are so many different forms of creative outlets for different people. If you're an artist, you might want to paint. If you're a writer, you might want to write. But I really like video editing, so YouTube has given me a really cool creative outlet to edit videos. And of course, it's not just editing videos as well. There's scripting and filming, thumbnail design as well, all of those bits and bobs. And I think why it is such a great creative outlet is because you're literally creating these stories from scratch, like out of nowhere, and also you're doing it all. Like there's not a creative team behind me. Honestly, I don't know if I would be as likely to invest as much of my personal time if it wasn't so public. Like, there's some hard accountability by posting on YouTube. Especially if you want people to stick around, you kind of got to be semi-regular with giving content out and keeping up.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Like, I definitely don't think I've ever kept a hobby up for as long as I've been doing YouTube. I just know that I'm here for kind of whatever is going to make me consistent and stick to a creative outlet. So that's kind of like how it's changed my life and why I really love it. So in addition to giving me a creative outlet, there's also a great deal of creative freedom when it comes to YouTube, especially when you're such like a small baby YouTuber like I am. I'm not kind of like tied to any brand deals. My income is not directly correlated to my YouTube views. It's all just kind of purely for creating and for fun. Obviously, I want to find synergy between what the 4,000 beautiful subscribers want to watch, along with what I want to create. But ultimately, it is my decision, it is my choice, especially when so much of my work is directed. I wanted to say dictated, but that sounds a bit hectic. It's directed by kind of like our clients' needs and brand decisions and what their feedback is and what their opinions are. Here, it's just like my little corner of the internet to make what I want, which I love. And maybe I'm being a bit delusional about how much creative freedom I actually have given the algorithm, but I'm going to take delusion if it means I feel a sense of creative freedom. I'll take that. And YouTube has actually genuinely expanded my world, which I certainly wasn't expecting. I've met actual real humans in the real world because of YouTube. I've made friends here in London. I met a woman at a conference, a design conference, and she'd seen one of my videos and we hung out after that. I was able to lecture at Central St. Martin's because of the YouTube videos. Like, that is so cool that I've met real people and had real connections with people that I might have otherwise never met. Beyond human connection and new relationships, it's also expanded my worldview about like potential life possibilities. Watching vlogs of people in New York City or Copenhagen, you get to get a sense of what a life could look like in different cities all around the world. I've learned about people living off-grid or choosing kind of, I guess, alternative lifestyles, and all of those videos have inspired me tremendously about like what my future life could look like. I love that ultimately you get to pick the videos you watch and engage with. You click on the thumbnail and then you can start to watch and see if that kind of content resonates with you, and if it helps expand your world, then that is awesome. I love that it has done that for me. Oh, and another way it's expanded my world is it's given me this thing outside of work. It's all for myself. So instead of me existing in relation to my career, I also get to exist in relation to the whole damn internet. Which obviously sounds a bit scary, but obviously, like, I'm a consumer of the internet. I kind of am okay at this stage to be also an active participant. And you know who else are active participants? People who leave like really genuine or kind or helpful comments. Shout out to you guys. It's so nice to get those. And leave a comment about any videos you'd like to see from me in the future. Anywho, maybe one day I'll want to be a bit of a more passive participant on the internet, but for now, I really like how it makes my little world feel closer and more connected to the bigger world. So, how often do you get to make yourself the main character? Not often, I think is the answer. Except for on YouTube. With YouTube, you get to control your videos, your narrative, your story, your main character energy. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty exciting to take all of this raw footage, get it into your editing software, piece it together, add some music, add some fonts, and then all of a sudden make what is an otherwise very dull video interesting. But other than the little video you upload, there's really not much else you can control, which is also maybe, I guess, thrilling or exciting. Like you can't control the weather on the day you're going to film. Like it is crazy windy today. I also forgot my little microphone with the little fluffy thing on top that helps with that. But alas, we're still going ahead. We're still powering through. You cannot control the algorithm, you cannot control the comments that people will leave. But also, maybe that's the brilliance of it as well, especially for any perfectionists out there who want to feel a little less perfect. And speaking of perfectionism, YouTube really changed my life by changing my relationship with perfectionism. Because essentially, you have this hungry caterpillar, better known as the algorithm, who wants food, better known as your videos. And you have to feed this hungry caterpillar with your videos. And the only way to do that is to hit publish. So instead of kind of sitting on a video, editing it, spending hours and hours perfecting it, making it better, fearing about putting it online because it's not good enough yet, well, pretty much all of that thinking is out the window. Instead, because I know I have to feed the hungry caterpillar, I just hit publish on content that just needs to go up. And I know it's not perfect. I know there's a lot of flaws with it, but I know that there'll be another one to perfect. Because honestly, if I waited until everything was perfect and ready to upload, I would end up uploading nothing. And there is definitely a high to hitting publish on a video, putting it out into the world, and knowing that you can never tweak that again. Like, that is the version of you that exists in that moment. And equally, there's something really freeing about that fact because you know that it is just a version of yourself, that there will be more versions of yourself online, and you'll have new opinions and different things to share, and you will grow and evolve, and just kind of like your videos are that evolution of yourself. So there's something really cool about feeding that hungry caterpillar and accepting that the video is just good enough to go up, and that eventually, you know, you'll have another chance to make another video, and that version of yourself that exists in that video you hit publish on is just one of many versions of yourself. So YouTube can bring a whole heap of good stuff like fame and fortune. Wait, sorry. I mean creative freedom, a creative outlet, a better sense of self, and help you break out from perfectionism. There's honestly so much I've gotten out of making these silly little videos on the internet and having this vessel or this very public display of my videos. And so I just want to thank the 4,000 beautiful subscribers that are here. And thank you to everyone who watches these videos as well. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. But otherwise, goodbye.